In this tutorial, I will take you through the process of building a small model using the Pipe 2012 KYnetic interface. In the process, we will experience all of the basic navigation and data entry steps and look at many of the new Pipe 2012 features. So first, let's launch Pipe 2012 KYnetic. Go to the Start menu, All Programs. This might vary a little bit depending on your operating system. And we'll find Pipe 2012. We can launch the program now with the Pipe 2012 KYnetic shortcut. If you are interested in the classic version of the interface, you can use the Pipe 2012 Classic shortcut. You can also create a desktop shortcut by right-clicking on this. You may pin it to the Start menu or choose to send to the desktop, and that's what we'll do here. And here is my new Pipe 2012 KYnetic shortcut. I'll launch the program. I'm first prompted as to whether or not I want to watch an introductory video similar to this one. I can click yes, no, or I can click abort never to see this message again. I'm going to bypass it for now. In this About box, it indicates that you are using the KYnetic interface at the top, gives you your version number. And this tells you if your version is up to date or not. So we'll click OK. I'm going to create a new system from scratch. It's going to be a KYPipe system, so I want to make sure that's selected and click OK. And here is the new interface. First thing I want to do is specify some system data. This is found under this icon here. You see if I hover over it, a hint pops up that tells me this is my system data. This is similar to the classic setup. I want to select gallons per minute as my flow units. I'm going to use Hayes and Williams and the rest of the defaults for this particular model. This icon here is my back to the map button, which you'll use often. Okay, I'm going to start this model by adding an internet background map. Here is the internet map icon. It takes me to this new menu. Most of my settings are on the left here to start out. First and most important is just simply the checkbox to turn the internet maps on. So I'm going to show maps. I can use any of these map sources. I'll just use this default here, and I'll use this default map type, which is a hybrid between satellite, image, and road map. This section here, the map update, the default setting is for the map to update on refresh only, which means that as you pan and zoom around the map, it will not refresh unless you click the refresh button. And that's because, when you're loading from the internet, there is a lag, and this speeds things up a little bit. You can select to refresh on every new view, so that option is available. Okay, so let's find our location. We click the Find Location button, and you do this by typing in city and state for U.S. locations, or perhaps city and country for overseas. So we're going to use Lexington, Kentucky, which is the location for our KYPipe offices. Yes, I want to use that location. It identifies it. The map will load in about the same amount of time it takes a typical web page to load. My connection happens to be a DSL, which is a little bit on the slow side. This is the refresh button right here, the circular arrows, for when you are panning and zooming around the map and want to update the map. If you find that your view is pixelated or there's a white area around it, then definitely you want to use the refresh map button to load the map back up again. Okay, so here we are. We're in downtown Lexington. We've got our location specified, so I probably at this point want to save my model and give it a name. This is a quick save button here, but this is the main file menu. And I'd like to point out these 6 main menu buttons here. You can see they have a little extra image on their icons. They can be regularly left-clicked, and this is the new KYnetic layout for these drop-down menus. Or if you right-click these, you'll see that the classic interface version of all of these menus is available. So we can do a regular left-click, and I'm going to save as and give my file a name here. Save it in the user folder. Using the default user folder is convenient because there's a shortcut button that will always take you there. So I'll go ahead and save in that. Yes, I want to save. Okay, one more thing I'd like to point out before I end this first segment is this button here shows you some navigation tips. Of interest is the ability to pan with the Alt click. So you hold down the Alt button and click and drag with your mouse. So there's no need to engage the pan or to set it as a permanent or a single pan setting. The same is true for zooming in and out. There's no need to engage the zoom in and zoom out. You can just simply use the mouse wheel. So those are navigation tips there. And menu settings are found under this configuration menu next to that. For the most part, you're just able to turn on and off individual left toolbar buttons and the main toolbars across the top. More significantly is the ability to change the way the data boxes appear, which is a docked and static size data box. These data boxes are associated with each node and pipe in the system. A sizable data box or data boxes that appear outside of the map area. In the next segment, we will begin the layout of a piping system.